This video is a segment from the telecast. Check the description for the full episode. People have been complaining that Marvel sucks, Star Wars sucks, these slop horror movies suck, it all sucks. And they're like, no, it's just the movie theaters, no, it's just the modern day, it's just streaming and all this stuff. Well, it isn't. This summer movie season, the spring into the summer movie season, is 100% proving that it was the movie's fault. If the movies were good, then people would have come. And look, the movies are good now and people are going. It's like, finally, the independent creators are being welcomed in as legitimate things. And the money's proving it. The audience scores are proving it. I mean, Backrooms is what? A #1 movie, right? Didn't they just hit?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it made over 100 million, and he's the youngest director ever to have a #1 top-selling movie.
You are the youngest person ever.
You are the youngest person ever.
They gave Kane creative control. There wasn't studio executives saying you have to insert, this product placement, you have to shill for this, person whose campaign we've donated to. They just let him take the reins. They trusted him. You can't try to micromanage a director who has a vision, especially when that guy has created this entire thing online successfully and gotten hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars from these videos, right?
And that in general goes to just creatives, as a whole. And I know you feel the same way, myself as a creator too. If either of us get tasked with, create this, create X, Y, and Z, I don't really care what you do, take over the reins, create it, whatever. Yeah. And then we make something that we think looks good to our vision because we were told, create this. And then we show someone and they're like, no, I don't like it. I want you to do it this way, and this way. Yeah. All right, well, then why would you give us creative control over a project? There's kind of not really a point in doing that. And that's what, again, as you just said, I appreciate that. If you're going to have these young directors going, you really are taking a swing in a young director, under 30 years old, not a lot of experience under their belt. You're really kind of taking a swing that they can kind of take over the helm of this entire project. And you need to invest a lot of time and effort into making sure that you believe in their project and not kind of micromanaging things, as you just said.
Yeah.
And I know you didn't see Backrooms or Obsession yet either, right?
Neither. Nope.
I honestly, Obsession is being regarded as one of the greatest horror movies ever, which again, it's very hard to say that because we haven't gotten a modern horror classic since probably Hereditary, Get Out times.
Yeah.
And I know people are so quick to just call anything a classic. Recency bias definitely kills a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
But that movie was insane. I really did think so. The way it was shot, the way it sounded, the acting, all that stuff was great. Backrooms, like I said, I the biggest complaint for it that there was the lack of plot, which is fair, but the world building was sick. If you're just a Backrooms fan, you'll enjoy it because it's really cool to see the Backrooms be depicted on a live screen. And I think that's what both directors were going for. That is the vision that they went for. As I said, both studios didn't stray away from it. They said, hey, here's your budget. You go crazy with it. We trust you guys. And clearly it worked because whether you like the Backrooms movie or not, it, like I said, quadrupled its money in return already.
Yeah.
And it just came out. We're really in a renaissance of a new style of grittier horror movies.
Yeah.
And kind of hopefully straying away from the sequels, especially with Scary Movie coming out. And it parodying everything, and that's known for parodying sequels.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're not getting 10 more Scream movies. We're not getting more Friday the 13th, all that type of stuff. Hopefully we stick to new horror movies and stuff like that.
It's insane because the internet has produced, creepypastas, right? There is so much creepypasta content, so many Reddit no sleep stories, so much stuff out there, all this analog horror stuff. And Hollywood has not really touched it until recently. And it's insane because, that horror is so good that people don't even want to watch it. Why? Because it's horror. Because it's horrifying. Because it's, scary, Because it actually works. It's not just, people even say Terrifier is, they're like, oh, Terrifier is, a quality new spin on horror. It's, not really. It's just as bloody and ridiculous as possible. I don't know. I thought it was funny.
You know what? Give me a 14-year-old that's obsessed with the Backrooms over some Martin Scorsese to direct the Backrooms movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give me someone who is chronically online, who understands the source material, rather than someone who's just a famous director and could give me a David Finch cut of the movie or something like that. I would take that any day. I know that's a crazy take, but for horror, that's what I want now. I just want people who are passionate for the idea that they have, not passionate for film as a whole, but passionate for the idea that they have, that you can have a giant crew around you to support you and make a good movie.
Depending on the amount of money you have involved in something, think about what it's like when you play poker with real money versus not real money, When
Yeah.
you have an exorbitant amount of money because you're owned by a studio that's just giving you millions and millions and millions of dollars, you're not going to be very frugal or careful with your spending, and you're not going to make strategic moves because
Yeah,
the
not
pressure.
very intentional at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no pressure there. So when you have a movie like Obsession that has a smaller budget, you're able to be smarter about it because there's an incentive to. And then on top of that, horror movies aren't made for everybody. They're not made for mass audiences, so you're already not trying to play it safe, you know? You're gonna be doing more risky stuff. It's just it was about time this was coming, and I'm glad that we're sticking it to these people who said like filmmaking's dead, you know, just because these big studios are sucking massive D, right?
Exactly. And especially with AI on the front, like this is like the time where people got to show that, like, listen, AI is taking a lot of jobs, but creatives really can't get taken yet.
Now's the time, man, to get involved. So if you're out there thinking about doing anything creative online, or not even necessarily online, anything creative at all, get in there, because pretty soon it's not going to be AI. It's going to be all the other creatives that are realizing this now as well. So get out there and make something, man.